How you guys doing? Today's Sunday, the 21st or the 22nd of October, I think. Can't remember. It's been a few days since I've been down here working on this thing, but that's the after shot of the badge getting put back on this side. And it's almost 3:33 on the CompuCron. We'll wait for it. I'll give it 2 more seconds. Yep. So anyway, here's what we're working on. Getting all of this buttoned back up. I got to get the spark plugs out and get them re-gapped. Get my TV cable routed properly behind the distributor and through the bracket right there properly, and get the throttle cable to my kick down cable for second gear, low gear, kick down, and everything else down there is done. So except for the last piece of the drive shaft, and I got to get the last piece of the drive shaft in it. It's sitting there on the floor, and that's the last piece to button up underneath there, and I'm getting ready to do that. 3:33 on the CompuCron, and yeah, you're kicking it with Kicker. Welcome back to the channel. So I'll try to get a few more pieces recorded if I can. I cleaned all of the memory on this phone and the other phone, the Samsung, so hopefully I'll make another short segment, and like I always do, try to stitch them together the best I can. There, I flubbed it up already. Yep, but nice sunny day, warm in here. Actually have a little bit of a glisten going on underneath my red catch can there, and the red catch can is actually catching something today. And I'm just gonna stay after it and stay steady. I've got this much of it done. Now, if you can see right down through that shiny spot, but I already got all the linkage hooked up. Got the bracket for the linkage hooked up. Only thing left to do on this side is put the spark plugs, gapped spark plugs back in it, torque them down, snap the wires back on it, reroute that TV cable a little better, put this stuff back on the carburetor, and it'll be ready to fire up again. Oh, have to put 4 quarts of transmission fluid in it before I start it up. And I'm thinking about going ahead and just doing that oil change on it while I'm under there. Top the antifreeze off in the radiator if it needs some, and just keep it like it is right now for winter. Other than maybe next week or something, after I've had a chance, I'll get around to doing that 1:5 ratio rocker arm swap like I was hoping to do a few weeks back, a month or 2 ago actually. And you guys know how I'm going to do. I'm just going to talk, and I don't want to do that. Let's just stop right here, and I'll see you in the next segment. Alright, Kicker out. Later. I wanted to show you guys what was in that pan that was underneath there that caught everything as I sprayed it with that brake cleaner when I was cleaning everything out. Left a little bit in there. If you can see that, try to keep it focused. Oh my goodness. It's the head of that bolt that went through my transmission. Oh my goodness. Yeah, when I saw those fibers from the clutches in the pan, I knew there was some serious metal that went through it. So that was my fault. I'm glad I caught it early and was able to rebuild that front pump. Hope everything flushed out of it, and I hope that's all of it right there, like pan and steel. Good grief, look at that metallic. Yep, I'm glad that I was able to flush it out of there. Alright, well, let's get this taken care of right quick then. maybe. Go ahead and finish this thing off so again let this pan catch the oil that I'm getting ready to catch. I don't mind letting a little bit of that transmission fluid go into that old oil I'm about ready to catch, but I don't want to put this metal in there, so I'm going to clean this pan out a little better after this and get these plug wires back on here. I got to get my spark plugs like I was saying, get the plug wires back on. Still haven't got that far, but everything underneath is buttoned up and ready to go. Oh, as a matter of fact, I got to put it back in park. I left it in neutral so that I could finish putting that drive shaft in and centering it up perfectly. So I got to go down to drive. Now I can pick it up all the way to park. Okay, there we go. Now it's in park. Wanted to make sure I did a test run on that actuation and make sure nothing was binding. Anyway, so alright, that's one step closer. Oh man, I wish there was a Smello tube, because if there, uh-oh, hope I didn't turn it off. If there was Smello tube, I'm telling you, the cab of my truck is fresh with that gold smell from that air freshener I put in there, and it's gonna take me a minute to olfactorily acclimate to that aroma. I hope all that made sense. I'm gonna have to get used to smelling it is what I'm saying. Yep. Alright, well, wow, I'm getting closer and closer. Every little move I make here is just one step closer to hearing a ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba again. Alright, well that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to throw some fluids in this thing as soon as I get my pan cleaned out and get the oil out of it and the oil filter off of it. Got this new K&N. Not sure what number it is. There it is. 3003. Ooh, it's NASCAR Select. Whoa. Alright, I think this guy's finished draining for now. Yep, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to fiddle fart, and I'll make a couple more clips and tack it all together into one. And yeah, hang around. I might film some more here in just a minute. Hello everyone. I'm back. You know who I am. I'm Kicker, your host, and you're back for hopefully test fire number 1. Last thing to do is hook these up. I'm going to hook those up and fire this thing up. Alright, I'm going to set you guys up with a good spot right over there. We'll be right back. I hope that's a pretty good shot. I doubt that it is. I'm going to go with that right there. Probably have to get way over here for you to see me. Let's see if this thing will fire up. See what it sounds like. That'll work, I guess. I'm gonna need keys. Just gonna see if it'll fire up and then shut it right back off. I'm only gonna let it run for just a few seconds and then shut it off and check for leaks. Alright, it popped right off. I don't have a light underneath there, but let's take a look. I don't see anything dripping. Alright. I don't see any leaks. Alright. Oh, there we go. Seem to like those adjustments that I made on the carburetor and the timing where I got it set at. It took it like 15 seconds for it to catch oil pressure. Alright, let's start it up again and see if it'll go in gear. Bear with me here for a second. We gotta prepare for that task first. Alright, taking this down. Gonna get the blocks over there out of the way. I'm gonna bring you guys with me. Oh, I almost forgot. If it will go in gear, which I doubt it will, we gotta let this hood down. It'll break that bulb up there if I don't. Okay, now I think I'm ready to test it and see if it'll go in gear. I'm going to set you guys down right here, hopefully. I think that's probably about the best shot I'm going to be able to get for you. Let's see what this thing sounds like. Uh-oh. I just about knocked you right out of your perch. Okay, I think you're recording. Can't tell. Now it's all out of whack. Alright, great. Well, I'm just going to go with that, I think. Let's see if it'll go in gear. I put 3 more quarts of transmission fluid in it. Oh man, it's firing right off. That's a 2500 stall all day long. Wow, I'm having to flash it way up there. Yeah. Having to flash it way up there. That torque converter's like, hey. Yeah. I'm going to get out and put a little more fluid in it. Check for leaks again. Turn that idle down. Yeah, smelling a lot cleaner. Well, I did pull it up right next to the bench. Well, I wasn't trying to do that. I should have put it in reverse and revved it up again. Alright. I'm going to leave you guys on the perch until you stop recording. That might be a pretty good spot. Who knows? Bring that idle back down a little bit. Stinking up the shop. Oh. I don't know how long this thing's going to record for. 6:33 now. Not sure what day it is. I left the other phone in the cab. I think it's still the same day, Sunday. Hard for me to know the difference. Sometimes it's 6:33, Sunday, October the 23rd. Yeah, Sunday, October the 23rd, 6:34 p.m. This phone ran out of memory for recording, and I'm almost out of GBs on Google again, so I'm gonna have to go on to Google and clear a little more of those GBs off of there from some of these recent videos that I've just released. As long as I've got a video copy of it, I've got the footage, so I'm just going to start deleting all of it as I go. And just saving my library that I've built over the last 7 years on that account. A lot of memories in there that haven't quite transferred all of them yet if I'm thinking about it. So yeah, if I had the money, of course I'd probably have a paid account and more space to store my stuff and have it all backed up, of course, at home. Have a good backup of all of my files at home. Most of my files are backed up, I think, so pretty safe when I do delete stuff off of my Google. It's just a pain in the butt way to have to do it, but you know, I'm poor and poor people have slick ways. And I've put a total of 9 quarts in it now, and it's still laboring to go into reverse and into drive. And with this little bitty camshaft in here, only a 512, it's gonna have to zing up there to, ouch. Did you see that? Oh, it hit that nerve. Ooh, made my whole thumb numb. What was I saying? I can't remember what I was talking about now. Ooh, that's smarted. Oh, I felt a whole lightning bolt just shoot down my thumb when I hit that thing. Oh, this nice day has brought everybody outside in the neighborhood, and that 57 Chevy that goes by with the flame job all the time, I'm still haven't caught any footage of that 57 Chevy. It's a pretty cool looking ride, and it sounds okay. Yeah, I give him a Fonzie thumbs up. Hey. Yeah, like Potsy would have said, sit on it, Ralph. That's terrible. I gotta round up another 1.5 quarts of transmission fluid. Can't use any of that stuff that I took out of it. I think I've got another jug of transmission fluid. It's once used stuff before that happened. Yeah. Old dog seemed kind of like them carburetor changes I made, and them R45 TS's in it. Those R45 TS's in it woke it up. Sounds crisper, it sounds smoother, and smells better. I leaned that carburetor way back to just 1 1/4 turns on the idle mixtures, primary and secondary, and pulled that timing back down about 4.5, 5 degrees. You saw it wake up. It woke up. It was idling high with those changes. Yeah. And I had to idle it back down there. That cam sounds healthy now. Got the spark plugs in it that it needs. And the carburetor set a little closer to where it needs to be. And remind you that this Comp Extreme Energy 294 306 is still sitting over there on the shelf. I haven't done that part of it yet. And when I do, this torque converter will change. It'll tighten up where I want it. I want it to be able to flash right about 22, 2300 and go. And let me pulls up to 2300, I want it to be pulling as it's coming up to 2300. It says 22 to 26 on the box and the paperwork that came with it, so that's what I ordered and that's what they sent me. Yeah, flashing it up there to 2600 on the tack just to get it to move this far. So I think that'll change once I put some more fluid in it. Alright, I'm going to stop you guys right here, I think. If you're still recording, I don't know. I'm going to figure something out and I'll be back in the next one. If not, I'm Kicker, your host, and you've been kicking it with Kicker, and maybe we'll see you in the next one. Later. Hey everybody, I'm back. It's 10:01 and the shop looks a whole lot different. Check that out. Outside for the first time in quite a few weeks. Can't remember the last time I had it outside. Alright, so I was completely and totally wrong about that torque converter. Once I put that another quart and a half, maybe quart and 3/4 that I had of that last good clean stuff. And I still got that once used stuff and I really don't want to use it, but it went into gear with that quart and a half. Somewhere around 10 or 11 quarts, maybe 11 and a half quarts in it total right now, somewhere around there. And it went into gear, and there's a little spot back there on the concrete. Chirped that one wheel peel in reverse on the way out the door. Started chirping it at about 1800, and so I put it back in drive and just pulled up on it a little bit, and it flashed up right at $2,000 and started spinning it. And so on this smooth stuff it'll flash up to $2,000, so out there on that sticky asphalt and concrete might be able to get it to flash up there around 23 where I'm hoping. And yeah, that converter is going to be a good one. Oh, I'm going to love that converter that's in it now. Once I get that big camshaft in it right there. Once that camshaft and those rocker arms go on and we get that valve train back to its stock geometry, that camshaft is going to work so much better with that lower end. It's going to be unreal, the night and day difference in the sound of this engine with the cam that's in it versus the cam that I'm getting ready to put in there. And it's going to have a hackety hack, but it's going to be a good streetable, fun truck to drive. And yeah, that's the whole idea behind doing it, is to have fun and bring you guys along for the ride. And I hope you enjoy my video journey, video journal, and the journey. That's what I meant to say. It got kind of tangled up there at all. One thought trying to come out all at once. But yeah, let's go take a walk, and half tempted to go for a ride actually. Yeah, keys are still in it. I think nope, out of habit I pulled them out of my pocket. But let's turn this outside light on. There it goes. And I'm just gonna do this right here. I'm going to take the key and we're going to do the one bump, no pump, bumping. Okay, here we go. And it's right back to running just like that. sit and listen to that all night. That's like music to me. Hope this thing's recording all right. Kicker, and you've been kicking it with Kicker. Later. See you in the next one. 7:41 Sunday, October 23rd. Come on guys, I got everything set up out here. Let's close up shop for a minute. Let's go for a ride on a windy October night. I got a perch set up for you guys right here. I don't know how good of a shot it's going to be. Maybe something we can work with right there. Let's take this transmission rebuild out for its maiden run. Let's see what this little Turbo 350 has to say to us with this new torque converter in it. I hope you guys are able to hang on for the ride right there where I got you plugged in at. Oh yeah, we got a little better than a needle's worth of gas now. speedometer here clicking. Something is clicking. Like a torque converter bolt, maybe. I don't know. not happy out there. Smell something weird. There's a clicking noise coming from somewhere. I'm not sure what it is. That was a good, healthy little run. I just took it on, so I'm gonna pause right there. This video is just bits and pieces now. Alright, later. 6:52, guys, and Noisy Boy is outside. We went for a test drive down the street just to find out that it has a click, 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 click sound coming from maybe the torque converter or the flywheel. I'm not sure. Maybe it's the speedometer cable clicking in the dash. Couldn't quite hear it, but I could hear it clicking, and it wasn't clicking before, so I did something incorrect. And there is a hair hung right in front of the lens. Of course there is. Had the other piece that was almost 12 minutes long earlier completely out of focus, and I have no idea if this Samsung is even going to record me in focus this time. Maybe I'm in focus now, I don't know. This Samsung has a mind of its own. You can ask it to do one thing, but then it reverts right back to default all on its own. Yeah, I don't like that much. Sucker. Yeah. And that's it. I had to turn around and come back inside because I heard people outside. Action Street was busy earlier, and I just put my 2 cents worth in, and the last gallon and a half of gas that I could muster out of my can. And the X-Wing 1000 gave up that gallon and a half that he's been sitting on for months going shellac, so drained him almost completely down to empty. And put it in Noisy Boy for the test drive, and yeah, it pounded second gear. I was happy with it. I'll try to piece that tumbling scene together where the clamp that I had you guys harnessed up in went flopping around everywhere. See if I can get the spotlight turned back on here. Alright, got the spotlight kicking. This is the last piece of the puzzle, and there it is. Nope, it's not gonna do it. It's way out there and then in here. Hey, there it goes. Oh, I saw somebody walking. Shit. Well, alright, I'm out. Later.